We're here at the Ballistic Performance Components manufacturing facility in Plymouth, Wisconsin on this beautiful winter morning. It's roughly 11 degrees outside, and we've taken this 2009 Harley-Davidson dyno with a modified 103-inch 10.5:1 motor and left it outside all morning with a Ballistic Performance Components Evo 2 12-cell battery to demonstrate the cold weather starting procedure or cold weather characteristics of this lithium ferrous phosphate technology. The Ballistic Performance Components Evo 2 lithium ferrous phosphate battery is vastly different in chemistry and characteristics than a lead acid battery in cold weather. The lead acid battery that we've all grown up with our entire lives, if you go out in the cold morning with a motorcycle like this and hit the starter button, and if it doesn't start the first time, you're out of luck. You're either charging the battery or purchasing a new battery, but the first time you hit the button is the best that battery's ever going to do. With the lithium ferrous phosphate technology, it actually gets stronger with each successive draw on the battery or each successive hit of the button because it's able to generate its own heat energy. So as you're putting a draw on the battery is generating heat, which is lowering resistance internally, which is allowing the battery to deliver its maximum power, even on a cold morning like this. As you can see, right now, depending on where the battery itself is registering 16 degrees Fahrenheit. The motor, sitting in the sun, it's a little warmer, it's black, shows 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Asphalt temperature, 19 degrees in the sun. So you can see it's brutally cold, probably 11 degrees ambient right now at the moment. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate the cold start procedure or cold start characteristics of the Evo 2 battery in extreme cold weather with an extremely hard motorcycle to start. First thing we're going to do is turn the switch on. You'll notice a voltage drop from the fuel pump, lights, accessories. We're now putting a draw on the battery. And what's happening inside the battery is, although it's very cold and internal resistance is very high, by putting a draw on the battery is actually warming itself internally, and resistance is lowering. So this is the opposite of what you would do with a lead acid battery. A lead acid battery, you want to hit the button as soon as possible to get the maximum amount of energy because it's going down in capability as you're putting a draw on it, whereas this is actually going up in capability as we're putting a draw on here on this cold morning. So we've turned the ignition on, you've watched the voltage drop, now we're going to put a draw on it by trying to start the motor. The larger the draw, the quicker the battery is going to warm up. By just turning the ignition switch, the battery will warm up, but it'll take a very long time because we're using a very small amp draw on the battery. So we're going to hit the button the first time and see what happens. As you noticed, very dramatic voltage drop. The motorcycle didn't start. If this is a lead acid battery, you'd be done. This is the end of your day. You're either putting the battery on a charger or going to go buy a new one. As you can see though, the voltage is recovering. It's coming back up. We put a draw on it, heat's generating in the battery is getting stronger. And we'll give it another shot. Again, didn't start, but you could see the battery had more of an effect on the motor. Started to turn it over, the battery's getting stronger with each successive draw. Let it sit, let it recover for a moment. You'll see voltage coming up, stabilizing. Then we'll give it another shot. Let voltage recover, and I think we'll get a start this time. As you can see, it took a small time to get the battery warmed up and to deliver maximum power, but once the internal temperature has reached a certain level and resistance has lowered to a certain level, then it's like a light switch goes off inside the battery. And now it's delivering power just like it would on a beautiful 70-degree day. And we can repeat this process over and over again. This is it. Now that we've properly warmed the battery and started the motorcycle, you can take another heat reading off the battery. Currently we're showing a surface temperature on the battery of 58 degrees. So in roughly four attempted starts, the internal temperature of the battery has risen to a 60-degree day. So as you can see, once the battery has been properly warmed up by putting a draw on the battery, the battery will perform flawlessly just like it does on a 75-degree day, even in this cold Wisconsin winter 11-degree morning.